İnnel insâne lefî husr. Asr suresiyle öğleden sonraki ilk oturumumuzu açıyorum. Çok önemli bir oturumumuz olacağı benziyor. Ben vekalet aslında bu oturumu yönetmek durumundayım. Oturumumuzda 3 tane çok değerli konuşmacımız var. İlk konuşmacımız Profesör Doktor SYMPOSIUM. Buyurun hocam. İkinci konuşmacımız Erciyes Üniversitesi İlahiyat Fakültesinden Kadir Kan. Buyurun hocam. Üçüncü konuşmacımız Konyalıların en taze yabancı damadı Sami Nattar Bey. Buyurun.
Mr. Sami Nattar was new in our city.
Evet. Şimdi değerli dinleyiciler, bu oturumun ağırlıklı teması sanat ve tarih ekseninde şekillenecek. Sağ tarafında oturan İlahiyat Fakültesi'nin sabık dekanı Profesör Doktor SYMPOSIUM hocamız, benim aynı zamanda İlahiyat Fakültesi'nin hocam. Sanat, zaman, saat ve
time, hour, and art.
Hocam tabii hocam hepimizin genç olduğu için oturarak sunmayacak anlaşılan. Buyurun.
He will present it from the rooster.
15'er dakikalık hocam sürelerimiz.
He is the most.
O artık soru cevaplasına gider 5 dakika. 15 dakika buyurun.
He is the most youngest, so you have 15 minutes.
Evet, buyurun.
I thought it was 20, but it's 15 because we will give 5 for the question and answer session.
Sayın Başkan,
Esteemed Chair,
bilim adamları, öğrencilerimiz,
esteemed scholars, students and guests.
Mustafa Bey iltifat ettiler.
Mr. Mustafa was very kind,
İnşallah
actually.
gönlümüz yaşlanmaz.
I hope that our soul won't get old. I'm looking at my clock. It's 33 past. It's actually a very it is a very condensed presentation. I will try to read it fast. Time has been talked about for the last 2 days. I'm going to talk about Islamic art and also the clock that actually shows time is usually one of the most important topics, and hour or time have been very important in the Turkish Islamic culture and civilization, because it's actually an example of how it can be presented aesthetically and beautifully. Time actually has been used from the creation of the humankind, and it leads people, it directs their lives. And time has actually many descriptions, and when we look at this, we see that time has always been very important. In Quran, there are different words that explain time. There is the day, month, and also year. And these descriptions are available in Quran. And a day, yay word in Arabic, is most frequently used. Yet, day means 24 hours, but it also means a period of time. Our professor actually started with the same surah. We will start with the same surah, Surah. And there is the first verse of it. We will see the examples of this, but also Hasan Çelebi has a saying for this as well. And it is actually scripted by Hasan Çelebi, and we can see an example of this. I'm very sorry.
Evet. Yani adeta bu Asr suresi insanların hayatı düzene sokulmak istiyor.
This surah is actually there to organize the lives of the mankind. And here, again, we can see that the lives of the humans have been tried to organize. And here, as you know, there is the saying of our prophet. He says that you have to know the importance of your youth before you're old. You have to know the importance of your health because you become ill. You have to know the importance of your wealth before you're poor. And you have to understand how important your time is before you become busy, and this is what is important in life before you reach eternity. And here, when we look at an hour is 60 minutes, 3,600 seconds. And these are also present in the Quran. And also in the Turkish Islamic civilization, we can see that time and hour has always been important, and that is why it is being reflected to art and it has been aestheticized. And also in the Islamic life, the day has been divided into 5 with the prayer, and there is the call for prayer 5 times a day. And the minarets have been built for the call of prayers. The first minaret was actually built in the year of 673 in Hijrat, and it has been developed, and they have become wonderful artifacts, wonderful monuments. And you can see, I think the presentation gets stuck from time to time. Can someone look at this, please? With the works of architect Mimar Sinan. And during the Ottomans and also the Emevides, we can see wonderful examples in Izmir, and there are aesthetics, and we can see that the motifs change from time to time, but we can see them in the church as well. And there are certain pictures from the miniature competition that we have actually carried out. As you can see, Ms. Banu Bayrak had a wonderful artwork. The time that divides time into 5. And there is the minaret here. And here, again, moon and the sun has also been very important symbols of time. One is the rays of the day, one indicates the beginning of the day, the other one indicates the beginning of the night. And also they indicate the month as well. These are very important, and there are 2 surahs in relation to this. And there is the Shams Surah and Kamer Surah. And from Shams, in the Turkish Islamic art, Shams has become, the sun has become a motif. Shams actually means that looks like the sun, and it has been reflected to the artwork. Here we call this Zahriye. This is a circular motif, and on the right we can see that in the domes of the mosques, and Shams is one of the most frequently seen motifs in the Selçuks. Can we actually dim the lights here so that we can see the pictures better? As you can see, there is the Shams again in these examples, and we can see a very old script of the Quran, and here we can always see the circular motifs of the sun. And as you know, the moon is also a crescent, and it's very important for Islam and for Muslims, because we know that the crescent, the tulip, and the God, Allah, are very important all together. You can read this as a crescent, as a tulip, or Allah, and there are examples where they bring all three of these symbols together, and there is the cover, there's the example of covers and the ornaments, and here you can see the motifs of the crescent as well. They're all in the top of the museum right now, and we can see the motifs also in the clothes, on the tombstones, and also in the carpets. Of course, the carpet is very old and it's hard to pick up the motifs. Sometimes they're being used together. How do we describe the hour? There is the water, sun, the candle, the sand, and the mechanic clock that has been used. And when we look at the sun clock, it could either be linear or vertical. According to the movement of the sun, the shadow, we can tell the clock. And this is one of the most ancient instruments. And in the beginning of the 17th century, in the mosque in Fustat, in Ahmet Cami, there is actually a horizontal sun clock. And there are other examples as well that we call and I think that we will be able to see the examples in the Time Museum during Sunday, and you can see that the most ancient clock, sun clock, is in Konya. It's in Hoca Hasan Mosque, and this is, as we can understand, it was actually carried to the Kadir Mursal Mosque in 1409, and these are all being utilized, but like today they are artifacts, they're artwork, they're considered as artwork, and you can't really clearly see them, but there are wonderful ornaments here too. There is a very typical example. It actually looks like a statue, but it is a sun clock. And there are also water clocks. This is the second type, as they actually use water to tell clock. We can talk about two types. One that works with the empty water, the other one that sinks. And we can see the short descriptions here as well. These, the most famous one
söylediği şekliyle otomato.
is
Ama biz
automato, but we call them, we give them another name. It is actually a masterpiece. It's very important astronomically as well. It was made by Al-Jaziri in the Diyarbakir region. And we can, in this book, there are actually different Ottomans here. I don't know if you can see it, but they are all connected. The one in the beginning is Salon A, and it actually has.
Neyse, orada da su deposu bir saatte günün tamamlansına tekrar öbür saate geçiyor. Şurada bakın görmekteyiz.
This is the elephant clock, and it is very, very famous, and there are reproductions of it. This is in Kazimiye, and the other one is in Dubai, and it is 3 times bigger, and it's 7 meters. Now it has become artwork, and candles clock is again in Al-Jazira's book. It's in the 7th chapter, and he talks about how this works. There's also a shape here. It is actually a measurement item. I sometimes use a statue as well. As you know, sand clock was used later. These are closer to mechanic clocks. There are certain different types of it. Some of us even have it on our desks. So we just put only examples of this. This again is an example from our miniature competition. There is the history and the time. It's a very nice example. And reward, it comes from Rabia. You can see the short explanation here. It's called the reward. It's an astrolabe, and these are also reflected to the miniatures. As you can see, there's the board over here. And the mechanic clocks. Today, the clocks that we use are the mechanic clocks, and these are the primitive examples. Although they were first created in Europe, although they are developed in Europe, but other examples like water clocks, sun clocks were actually first developed in this region, and then it went widespread. And Rasit actually shows an astronomic clock here as well. And then there are the clock towers. Now the clocks are no longer a mechanical device. They are actually in big cities. We can see them on towers so that everyone can make use of it. During the 19th and 18th century, they become very widespread. With the order of Abdulhamid II, they were actually placed everywhere around Anatolia, and in total there were 115 clock towers, and in the ones that are most important are in Dolmabahce, Yıldız Palace, Tophane'ye, and İzmir. So mechanical clocks have become much more important, and they have become much more smaller, so that they became portable, so mobile. And there were the wall clocks, and also desk clocks, and also the pocket clocks. And they have been turned into an artwork. and also people such as Al-Jaziri, Rubey, Ali Kuşçu, and these were called actually clock inventors, and they worked on this topic, and later on they were actually leading people in time. Here we can see wonderful examples of this. We call this Şahin, and at the end we can see the signature. And another example that we can observe, it is very famous as well. This is both artistically very important because it has we can see jewels here, and it is a very magnificent. And there is also a lid here, and there is enamel, porcelain enamel as well. And during the 18th and 19th century, they have their own apprentices that they raised and they educated, like Süleyman, Mustafa Refik, and also Bandırmalı Osman Nuri, and they did things that were extraordinary. And here you can see the examples. Süleyman Lezzi signed this work, as you can see it both on the left side and right side. And Şükrü, the student of Hüseyin Haki, also made this clock. And he has a signature here that says Muhammed Şükrü. And Ahmet Efleki has a different place here. He has important clocks that he has produced as well, and he is the one who produced the most amount of clocks. His son Hüseyin Haki, he has a clock dated 1354, and it is actually a magnificent work. It is a true work of art. And another instrument that we use for measuring time is what we call and these are actually places where they measure time, and we call them muvakkıthane. And there was one in the Umayyad Mosque, but it was first actually built during the Ottoman time. I have 2 slides left, and here the first one was made in the Fatih Mosque, and during the Baroque time, we don't know maybe, but we can see in the Eminönü Mosque and in the Nusretiye Mosque and in the Dolmabahçe Mosque, we have these places where they work on time. And here the time theme was used, and it was used in typography, and this is the As-Sura, and Mehmet Özçay actually has typographic work here, and here we can see that there are wise people using the instruments and also working on time. So as a result, time cannot be bought with rupees. So this is a very important thing. So we should be very closely linked with our religion, and our religion has given great importance to time, so it has been an important thing. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for being on time and giving us many information in this limited time. You had 6 slides and you were able to talk about them in just 20 minutes. I took many notes down here during the presentation. As a professor who is interested in scientific history, we know that astronomy is the most developed science. And why astronomy is so developed in the Islamic world is that we have 24 hours in Islam, and these 24 hours are well arranged with the prayer time. Your prayer time, your fasting, the fasting month, when you stop eating and when you start eating in the fasting are all arranged by time. Therefore, your practices are arranged according to exact times. In Islam, there is a verse in the Quran. I don't know if we talked about this verse of Quran, but it says during the... Could you please sit down? Arabic people were used to play with the calendar, and then this verse came banning playing with time. Why? Because time is well arranged by Allah, by God. Months and the sun, the moon and the sun, they are arranged in very strict measurements. Therefore, you do not have the power to play with time as humankind, as mankind. And what we call time, if you don't include the sun and the moon, we will not have time. All of our hours, our days, and our months are arranged by the sun and the moon. I have been wondering something. I was wondering when the first minaret was built, and he gave us a certain date, 16. 673 is the time when the first minaret was built, and there is also the surah of Shams and Qamar in the Quran, and these surahs are all allocated to the sun and moon. In the Islamic world, clocks are well used. In fact, we have a book of Ahmet Hamdi Tanpınar. Its name is The Institute to Arrange Clocks. The most mechanic clock was created by Germans, but it was the Muslims who paid attention to this clock that was first developed by Germans, because as Muslims, you need to pay attention to time. Exactly so. When we say time and Islamic world, Islamic civilizations, there are many topics that needs to be dealt with. Thank you very much for your presentation. Do you have questions regarding the presentation? So we are going to proceed with the history of art. Sami Nadam is going to talk to you about time in the calligraphy. First of all, I would like to thank you for coming here. The topic of this symposium is time, and time is a very broad topic, and it has reflections in every moment of our life, as the topic of the symposium is time. And when I first heard that, as a person who tries to be a calligraph, I want wanted to focus on the issue of the relationship between the art of calligraphy and time, I asked this question to myself, and as far as I could, I tried to reach all the archives and all the artifacts about the relationship between time and calligraphy, and I found approximately 70 artifacts on time and calligraphy. These artifacts were produced by calligraphy, whose topic were time. I have many slides, but I will just show you 20 of them, and I will be very glad to share this presentation and these information with you. My topic is a look to the time from the point of calligraphy. As a result of my research, I found some calligraphic artworks, and I found some artifacts. I had 4 groups: time and prayer, time and life, the changing of time, and how permanent calligraphy is in time. So first, the time and prayer. Calligraphy is different from other arts because it has a meaning. Calligraphy is based on meaning, based on language, and other than aesthetics and other than beauty, calligraphy has the purpose of telling a meaning. So that is one of the characteristics of calligraphy. Therefore, from the visual point of view, of course calligraphy is important, but on the other hand, we need to see something meaningful when we see calligraphy. From time to time, the sayings are produced in calligraphy, or sometimes poems were produced using calligraphy, and in Arabic, in Turkish, and in Persian languages there were many artifacts. So the topic of these calligraphic artifacts is time and prayer. The Surah Nisa says that it's the duty of Muslim people to pray according to the time. You can see the pictures. The first is from Sheikh Hamdullah, the second is Kazaskar Mustafa, and the third is again Kazaskar Mustafa's. So you can see that these are different. And the first one, let's look at the first one. Sheikh Hamdullah was the first calligraph during the Ottoman times. As you can see, they use order. There is the order of the line. There are 2 lines here. The first word is the Arabic word inna, and there is the asalat and kanet words. They are at the second line, and you can see that many artifacts using calligraphy has 2 lines on in a row. In this part, this is one of the artifacts that are accepted. You see the T here, and you can see that this line resembles to a sword actually. These two are the artifacts of Mustafa İzzet Efendi. The third one, even though the same thing is told, the same verse is told, the design is different. The word is al-Üminin in Arabic, and there is a different usage of words here. The same verse is written many times, but I just have 6 examples of this to you. This is an artifact of Sami Efendi. The first 2 actually belong to Sami Efendi. The words are the same here. In the second one, it also says Allah, and you can see that the second part of the second design is exactly the same as the first one. Just the difference is the word Allah at the beginning. Sami Efendi uses perfect letters, and Sami Efendi was some kind of a guide for other calligraphs coming after him. In the third one, you can see that there is a similarity in order compared the first 2. So, about the relationship between time and prayer, there are 2 different sayings of Muhammad which are written in calligraphy here. In the first one, is an artifact of Mustafa Rakım Efendi. The most benevolent of your duties is to pray at the first time of the praying in the morning. And in the second saying, it says that the most benevolent praying by the God is to pray your prayers at the right time. Here, as you can see, there are different letters used in different ways, and they are using the space given to them in a very efficient way with the usage of the best design. In the second one, as order, as the space or as the gaps are very important, rhythm is also a very important thing in calligraphy. You can see the rhythm here. There is a different rhythm, and by using the letters, he created a different design, and he sometimes wrote the same word in different ways. For instance, the word suma in Arabic is written here, and he's benefiting from different designs. So the relationship between time and prayer, in Surah Asr we see the same thing. Asr means afternoon in English, and in Asr Surah, by the time humankind needs to believe in God, and they need to recommend God to each other, but they are different from the other people as they believe in God and as they recommend God to each other. This is a writing of the calligraph Hüseyin Öksüz. The verse that I have talked to you is written here. You can see the simple design which has a certain order. Picture 10 is also another example of the Surah Asr. So these are different designs. You can see the difference here. In first there is a circular Bismillah, and then there are two lines, but the design of the two is different. In the second picture, the Arabic letters Jim and Ayn are used, and the second topic that I researched was time and lifespan, or life. The meaning of this is that the world is comprised of a clock, so you need to abide by the rules while passing this clock. You can see the design here. There are 4 different letters which we call as cubic letters in Arabic. One is at the upper side, the 2 are below them, and at the bottom there is just 1 letter. Let's look at the other picture. The same text is written here, and there are some elevating letters. We call them shakulli in Arabic. You can see how the letters are merged like this. So that is a different design. So the meaning of this is that the world is comprised of hours and time. Here is another calligraphy work of Müsinizade Abdullah Efendi, and here it says that you need to hurry up to pray your prayers before the death comes. There is another sentence here. He is reading in Arabic. It says that you need to hurry to pray your prayers, and you need to hurry to say sorry for your deeds before the death comes. In terms of design, when we look at this artifact, there are 2 different clauses here, but they are written with the same pen and deemed as one single design. Under the heading of time and lifespan, another saying can be listed. The meaning of this is that you need to know the importance of 5 things. You need to know the importance of death before you die, the importance of being ill before you become ill, the importance of time before you have no time to spare, and you need to know the importance of your youth before you get older, and you need to know the importance of your belongings before you become power. You can see here there is another design of calligraphy. Here, in terms of design, we don't see anything different. The second one is Rasim Efendi's artifact. The different thing in this is that the order of the saying is a little bit changed, and there is a spelling mistake at the end. The letter Elif is used in vain here, so there is a spelling mistake in this one, in this last artifact. So that is another example of the intersection of death and time. You can see a poem in Arabic here. While the speaker is reading the poem in Arabic, and the meaning is that I hope my youthness can be lived again. I hope I can experience my youthness again, because in this case I will talk to my youthness about my older days.
And here again in Arabic, in calligraphy, you can see that I couldn't reach the entire page. Some of the parts are missing. And when we look at this through the calligraphy, we call this murakka pages. And as you can see, these are thinner. There are thinner lines here, and here the word sham, the moon, is actually stated there. The word sun, excuse me, is also written there, and here the relationship between time and the lifespan is again written here, there in calligraphy, and it is very simple and it is very humble. It is a different type of calligraphy. And the meaning is, I read in Arabic, but the Turkish meaning is also written over here. And again in Arabic. And the Turkish translation is there. It says, the health of every human being, no matter how long it lasts, it will be reached to the eternal level. But as you know, at the time they didn't have any coffins. People were actually carried on a wooden board, so it is also referred to that as well. And here, Allah actually writes. It says Allah here as well. And here, you can see a calligraphy again. It says here in Mehmet Nasif's writing, I am nearly concluding, and again here the transformation of time. In Arabic, the reader is reading the calligraphy. Here it's saying that the child that you have is not was created according to that. Now this time is the time to be silent, and it is the time to actually pray to God. This says, it is written by Hasan Tahsin. And this is the last writing. It is very, very long. You can see the meaning written over there. The calligraph who has written, the calligrapher has written is also written there. And also, I wanted to show this as a conclusion, but unfortunately we can't see the picture here of the calligraphy, but I can see it in my computer, which is very interesting. In this calligraphy it says, in Arabic,
بعد صاحبه وصاحب الخط بعد الأرض مدفون. Yani hat yazan yer altında medfun iken yazdığı hat kendisinden sonra uzun zaman kalmaktadır ve bu hat
what you have written, what you have typed, actually lasts long after that you have deceased. So when we look at the calligraphy, we can see that the everlasting character of this calligraphy.
Teşekkür ediyoruz. Çok ilginç bir tebliğdi. Herhalde medeniyet dedikleri şey böyle bir şey olsa gerek.
It was a very interesting presentation. This is what civilization here. We can see that the details of the area of interest is covered by every single area, and it was a very interesting presentation on time and how it is reflected in calligraphy. And there is actually an Arabic saying. So it says people actually look after the time rather than their fathers. Now we have our last speaker, the assistant professor Dr. Kadir Khan, who will be talking about the time and space relationship in the Islamic cities. He is a city historian, and he actually works on cities and their histories. Thank you very much. I greet you all. In my work, I usually I take reference and I look after my professor a lot, and it's very exciting for me to actually be presenting just next to the professor that I look after, that I admire. Like I said, my presentation is on the relationship of time and space. For the civilization, this relationship, the relationship between civilizations and cities have been very interesting, because cities actually feed and look after this civilization, and vice versa. Civilizations also shape the cities. And as you know, the civilization word in Turkish is medeniyet, which derives from medinet, and which means in Turkish a city. So we're talking about an area where people live together. All prophets actually have worked in cities, and in the Islamic religion,
şehirlerin, köylerin anısı olan Mekke'de nazil olmuş ve ilk peygamber şehri olan Medine'de
has been very important, and I'm trying to keep the introduction short because we have limited time. To analyze a city, first we have to know the civilization that city is shaped with. One of the most important topics is not the physical appearance, but the science and the civilization that the people living in that city creates. My professor has an article and it's in the ISLAM magazine, and it's very interesting. And there he talks about the relationship is actually based on the relationship between people So what matters is not the formal relationship, it's the individuals themselves. So if we want to understand the Islamic civilization, we have to look at the people and we have to analyze the people living in that city. And like our professor said in the first presentation that we saw in the session, when we look at the history, when we look at Ibn Sa'd's work in his books, even though it talks about the history of the cities, we can see that it talks about the people living in that city. So it's like a biographical work. And the people living in the cities actually shape the civilizations that they're living in. And when we look at the architectural work, it's actually a reflection of the people and the civilization. So if people have the heart, the cities are the heart of the civilization. We can see the mosques and we can see the small mosques in the neighborhoods. And the calls for prayer and the minarets create the silhouette of the cities. We know that in the Fiqh Surah, this has been reflected, and also the domes and the minarets show that the city is a Muslim city, and also the call for prayer also shows is a symbol that shows that that city is a Muslim city. Now I'm going to talk about more Islamic cities and their relationship between time and space. In Islam, space and time is very important in their daily life. They actually classify time, and this actually is reflected into space. And there are three components of Islamic cities. It's time, space, and people. And also, in the Islamic cities have a mark in the history, and a reason for this is the components of time, space, and people. The time is actually classified in a right way, and there are people who can rule over time and space, and this is a necessity of these cities. Over time, cities have become either much more precious or they lose their importance. In Konya, there were the Seljuks. In Istanbul, there were the Ottomans, and it is very interesting to see during these times how the cities themselves have flourished, and the people who are living in the cities actually give an identity to the cities. They play an important role in this. And for example, in Medina, the Prophet has given a character to that city. And in Bursa, there is the son of the Sultan, and in Konya there is the Sunnis who have given, there is Mesnevi who have given the character, the Rumi who has given the character to it. And in Quran, like I said a minute ago, Mecca and Jerusalem, which is being to be a very prosperous area, is known with the character of this character, and the time you spend in these places, in these spaces, also gain importance. Whether they're living in the cities or in other places, people, whether they're looking at the sun or other places, Muslims actually have to know their time, because they need to pray 5 times
Ramazan'ın başlangıcı, bitişi, bayramların
and also the beginning of Ramadan, the end of the Ramadan, and also a year where you have to help the less wealthy is very important. And also these emphases have become very important. And we can see that these reflections in nearly all Islamic cities. We can see the minarets, we can see the mosques. For the cleaning, there is the Turkish baths, there are the hammams, and there are different buildings for every need. We can see the soup houses for the times when it is hard, when there is tea, and also we can see the places of grief where we can go to the graves. And there are also other buildings such as the homes where people can stay during their vacations. And there are long-living cities and there are long-living institutions, and there are places where people can actually go, like I said, mosques, schools, stay, even though people die, and they are actually a step, they are actually a seed that have been planted in time. Religiously, time is very important, and cities become much more important as well. For example, during Ramadan, the cities have a different character and they shape according to the needs of Ramadan. And you can also see the religious character, identity of the cities. And they become, there are also places where people come together, and these are places where it becomes holy together. During Friday prayer, for example, the marketplaces need to be more abandoned. It should be quiet because people should go to the mosques for their Friday prayer. And people living in the city know these traditions. And also Muslims know that people come together in certain time intervals, and they are always they were always connected in one another. For example, in more smaller neighborhoods, there are small mosques where people come together and pray and discuss the situation. But during the Friday prayer, they go to the bigger mosques where the bigger community comes together and can discuss the situation. So the whole city comes together at least once a week, and this has in religion, this is actually foreseen in Islamic religion. This is what is foreseen. And also, a Muslim is also requested to do their various duties. And people, for example, have only 3 days not to talk with one another. And there are certain things that needs to that needs to be done with no loss of time. And also, when you're praying, you have to take good care of your time and not waste your time. And also, for 3 days,
Namaz sonrası şehrin büyük camilerinden çıkış
And also in the caravanserai, people have 3 days to rest there. So these are all divided and predetermined by time. And also people have places to come together, for example, in the alley of the mosque or in the marketplace. And there are also monuments where people are encouraged to come together, but there are also other places where people shouldn't spend their time. These are all good characteristics for Islamic cities. When we think about this, we say, what a nice religion we have. Everything is determined, everything is set. But I would like to say a few words as well. But unfortunately, in the Islamic, we can see other effects in the modern time as well. Modern time has affected the city as well. There is a serious problem of identity. There is, because of the changing words, they are not Western, but they are not Eastern. They have become alienated. They have become confused. So the Islamic cities have this problem today. To see this, you do not have to be an urban artist, or you do not have to be a person who's working on urbanization. You can see this as a collection of the civilization, and Muslims, both individually and the community, have certain problems, and there's the Islamic thinking and civilization can be in itself be a solution to this. Thank you. Thank you very much for this presentation. After this, I think we need to read the work of Medeniyetinde the writer, because he has a work titled Zaman, and we need to read it, I guess. I have been living in this city for many years, and the time, it seems as if we are living the times of 800 years ago. It's as if Mevlana was here not 800 years ago, but just 100 years ago. It seems as if these people are more closer to us, so the space and time can be so intertwined for sometimes that they make the city gain a new character. And in order to understand the daily time in cities, you need to live the morning and the night of that city in the campus of our university. People or the students are living at the neighborhood of Bosna-Herzegovina, or just they live in the dorms for 4 years, but my recommendation to them is that they need to go out of the campus, and at least for 1 year you need to live at the city center. That is my recommendation to my students, because you need to breathe the air of the morning of a city. You need to feel the hassle of the night of a city. You need to live the daily hassle, the daily turmoil of the city, maybe. Because without living them, without experiencing these, you cannot know the city. Every city has a character, but you need to deepen, you need to try to know the details of that city. I have an appointment, therefore I would like to finish the session. However, I need to ask, do you have any questions for the people on the rostrum? Do you have any questions? Thank you very much. We have some certificates to present to the speakers.
Sabri Bey Konya'nın yeni damadı. Benim öğrenciliğim çok iyiymiş. Şeyler öğrendim. Peki uzun yıllardır Konya'da yaşıyorum.